Our street's pretty packed these days. There's a lot of people parking on the street, but there are also
snickerdoodles
parking on the street. Do you own a green Volkswagen?
No.
Okay. Parked right in front of the fire door. Wait, what?
Huh?
What? I don't know.
Are you really?
What if someone was in a wheelchair? What if there was a fire?
Why did you suddenly get so angry over this?
I've been angry about this. It's also the only exit to this building for 24 people. In the order of Steve himself, don't park in front of a subscribe door. Don't be a
Heard you started a print.
I did start a print. After talking with the red guys, you know, I was like, okay, I've kind of actually spent the last few years here going, yeah, lenses, they're all the same, whatever. It's like, if they're in focus, that's all I really care about. I decided to, you know, like flip that around a little bit. So I actually got a new vintage lens. Should be arriving in a couple days. I ordered a Helios 442. See the weird swirly bokeh effect there? This cool, like, kind of like swirl bulge to all your bokeh effect. I don't know exactly what creates that quality, but I've only found it in 2 lenses. So that led me down a further hole of like, you know, I love anamorphic lenses because, okay, so when you're filming a narrative, it's fiction. Sometimes I feel like the clearer you can see something on screen, the less fictional it seems sometimes. I don't know, it's hard to describe. It's like the clearer the lens in which you are viewing a scene through, the less mystery. Finding a way to shape the image so you can create a barrier between reality and fiction. Lenses that don't give you that perfect mathematically clean approach adds to that a lot. Got this vintage lens coming in here, and in the meantime I'm also going to be printing out a bunch of like anamorphic style mods, basically just oval bokehs to try out on the other lenses, because even that starts to give that effect. These ones are going to go on the front. These guys are selling these filters for like 150 bucks, but you can see that they're 3D printed, and they stopped selling them. They don't make them anymore anyways.
They ran out of filament.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, there it is. You can see that one.
Yeah, it's only going to take an hour to print this too. There's 2 reasons I think this kind of stuff is very effective. One, a lot of older movies were shot with anamorphic lenses, so simply seeing an image that resembles those old movies kind of creates that feeling of like film nostalgia. Even if you are not a cinephile, there's something deep down in your brain that clicks and you're like, ooh, okay, I get it. Indiana Jones. I think it helps people just slip into that cinematic experience a little bit more quickly. And then, once again, the concept of the barrier. If your lens is too clean, you don't have really as much of a barrier between reality and fiction. By stylizing how you're capturing the image, I think that really helps people kind of get into a story a little bit more.
So an hour later.
That was great. This is a 1-hour print. Look at that. Look at that little hole there. We're gonna film a shot through this. Let's see if it looks different at all. Because if this looks decent, then I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna make permanent rigs for all this stuff. This is gonna save us thousands and thousands of dollars of Sam's crazy vintage lens shopping spree. If it doesn't work, then the shopping spree is on. We're gonna lose all our money. So the way bokehs work is basically, all I'm doing here is just shaping the light before it hits the sensor a little bit more. Currently there is a circular aperture. That's how the light is hitting the lens, as a circle. I'm going to throw an oval shape on there, and ideally, light now starts being shaped by this. And as I go out of focus, we will see this shape instead of the circle, emulating the anamorphic look. So it's doing stuff right now, but it's not as intense as I wanted it to be, but it's still pretty cool. It's not the most dramatic thing right now in the world, but it's certainly functioning. I think what I'm gonna do is just print one more right now, and then overall just like shrink this in half, basically. So we have a crisis. Not only is Ren's one wheel mountain on fire, but I broke the 24mm lens.